Hey, what's up? It's Jelan Abrams. I'm going to show you how to make a Summer Walker type beat. But before we get into any of that, I gotta let y'all know how I fell in love with Summer Walker. Yeah. So what it was, I was on YouTube searching different songs, and I'm just like, trying to find R&B songs to listen to, just different music. I like find different artists. So then I come across Summer Walker, "Girls Need Love," right? I'll play it. I'm like, yo, she is dope. You know what I'm saying? I never heard no other songs. And the first time I ever heard it, I'm like, yo, this is dope. I listened to the song at least 20 times in a row because the song is 2 minutes long. So I'm just like, yo, this is it. I got to hit her up. I need to work with her ASAP. So I look her up on, is it Instagram? I think I did first. Let's say I did Instagram first. I found that she got a lot of followers. I said, dang, I can't hit her up on Instagram. So I said, let me see if she's on Twitter. So I found her on Twitter. And I'm like, all right, she's active. Less people gonna hit her up on Twitter than Instagram because Instagram is popping like that. So I found her on Twitter, and then I found she's only following one person. So I got to do my more research before I just hit her up. So then I see the person she's following is called, her name is Summer Walker, which happens to be her manager, and then she's active on Twitter. I said, yo, I'm hitting her up ASAP. So before I even do any of that stuff, I go through my beats, find like 4 or 5 beats that sound like her sound. I contact her, DM her. I'm like, all right, good, we in there. We about to get it popping, right? So about a week later, the video for "Girls Need Love" come out. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, this song is crazy. Like I'm checking my DM, like, did she hit me back? Did she even see it yet? I'm like, man. And then like after all of that, I did more research, found out she signed the Interscope, and she's been out of here. But I was just late to the. I was before a lot of people, but I was still late to the party because she's already signed and not worried about me. So I was just like, man, just hurt. And I'm just like, ever since then, every time she drops songs, I'm like, yo, she is a monster. And it just shows now like how big she got, how big her album did. I was just like, man, I'm just like, probably couple months too late. But it is what it is. But yeah, I'm about to break down this beat. Let's get it. All right. So what I usually start with is chords, just to kind of, especially for Summer Walker, to get the vibe of the feeling of the emotion of the beat. So these are the chords I played. And that's the chord progression, and I looped that the whole way. But I didn't use piano because I feel like she doesn't really use piano. She usually uses pads and synths and stuff like that. So this is the sound. I use the same chord progression, but this is the sound I used. And super airy. That's something that reminds me of "Girls Need Love," honestly. But it's super vibey, super airy. And then I layered that with this sound. All right, and put another one back in. All right, so once we got those two going, I added this just to fill it in. I added some random car sound, so I can find it. This is how it sounds. And then I just put a bunch of filters and all that on it, and now it sounds like this. And it's just extra. It just adds extra to it because it's not a big part of the beat, but it just adds extra to it. So you have something else moving just instead of the boring chords. And what I use that for is so it's something else. So like you're listening to, especially because when you're making beats, you kind of want to sell it to the artist. So you don't want to keep it. You want it kind of plain, so the artist has more room to work, but you still want extra stuff in there. That's like, oh, that's kind of like air candy. Like, oh, what is that? That's different. And that, little car thing going like that, that's different. So after I did that, I had something different in there to catch the artist's ear. I added this bass. Alright, and then added that with the sounds we had already. And right there, that's a vibe right there. That's honestly, that's a vibe right there. The beat could be just add drums and be done, but I just wanted to add a little extra to it. So I added this melody. And then I added this one on top of it just to layer it. So honestly, you can't hear this part. So in the actual beat, you can't hear that. That's just layered just to add an extra element in there. Because like when I make beats, I pan all my sounds, so I don't just have them left and right. Because when you think about somebody has this surround sound system, it's all the way around them, surround sound. So if you have all your sounds here, it's like okay, but when you have your sounds all the way around throughout the whole the spectrum, I think they call it spectrum. Now it's more, ear candy. Now something's popping up here, here. Especially think about movies. Think about a movie. You're watching a movie, and then you hear somebody walking. They're walking from here to here. So that's what you got to think about when you're making your beats. You can't just have everything just regular. You got to have things moving. So it's like you hear zoom, 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 all over your ears, and now you're like, man, this beat is taking me all over the place. So that's what I kind of think of when I lay these sounds together. So we got these two together. Alright, so those are the main sounds. So now we got our drums. Oh, these are hi-hats. Just the hi-hats I used. Alright, and then we got the kick and snare. So we got the bottom kick, regular kick, snare, second snare. Just to you lay the snare so good you have a little different sound. And then I have a snare fill. So we got that's about it. And that's what these all the drums together. And that's about it, honestly. So we're gonna get it from the intro to the hook, and then we got the break. So yeah, so this is pretty much the hook. We got all these sounds together, and then I break it for the verse. I'll break it down. Alright, so that's the break. So you have all these sounds filling up for the hook, all these sounds, all these things panning all over the place. And then once you get to the verse, you kind of settle it down so the person could like kind of talk to you or pretty much whatever story they're trying to tell. So here we go. get the point. That's it. We got the chords, we got the bass, we got this, we got that. And that's it. That's honestly what you want to do. You want to make sure for Summer Walker type beats, you want to make sure you got chords. Make sure you got chords. Make sure you got a bass. Make sure the drums are bouncy. You want bouncy drums. You don't really want, because she has songs where just flat, but the kind of style that I'm going for with her is more bouncy drums and just things that's like is atmosphere, super spread out. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully y'all learned something. If you're an artist, producer, whatever, and if you're an artist, still learn how to make beats. Don't just wait on a producer to be like, oh, wait on beats, wait on beats. Learn how to do something. So it's like you're not held down to what the producer does. Or if a producer sends you a beat, you have an idea of how to change it, to make it your own. Because you want to be more creative. That's how you get to the next level. You don't want to be stuck down to, oh, my producer does this, my producer does that. Start knowing some stuff. You don't got to know how to make a full beat start to finish, but have a couple ideas like, hey, I don't like this snare. Hey, I don't like this sound. Hey, break it down like this. So you become a way better artist. Because all these artists, Summer Walker, I'm pretty sure she's not just getting beats and just lacing it. She's getting the beats, breaking it down. Okay, drop it here, do this, do that. So you're more creative in the process. But that's about it. See y'all next week. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. I need some more subscribers. Make sure y'all subscribe. But yeah, I'm out.